and divine masculine, and what are the energies after this post eclipse time frame? What's going on with our divine feminine and divine masculine? So first I'm going to pull some overall cards to take a look at the energies, and hopefully we can get a good view of these. Okay. All right. So the first one is purification. All right. We're going through hopefully you can see it, a purification process with these energies. The energies have come in, letting go of the old. We're transmuting that out. And we're bringing in the new energies that are supposed to be helping us move forward into our purpose and our divine twin soul's purpose. So first we've got to get rid of the old. Okay. And that clearing out has come, and now we are integrating those energies so we can move forward. Okay. Unconditional love is coming in. All right. But it's also this time where we have to love ourselves more. So as these energies are coming in, and, when they first hit, they came in with messages, and they were very hard messages sometimes. If there were things that you needed to change in your own path, if you needed to get more organized, if you needed to get your physical vessel in order, if you need to meditate more, whatever it is for you that brings you to your unconditional love of self, taking care of the body, your emotions, body, mind, and spirit, that's the unconditional love part that's coming in so that it awakens you to that part of your journey, and to make sure that you're getting on your path by getting that clarity. Okay. And focused intention. Okay. So now this energy is coming in, the new energy for focused intention, to get your ambition going, to get your ideas out there, to get moving forward with those, putting things into place, taking that time that is now needed to move forward, but with focus. Okay. Getting your ideas out there and then taking action towards them. With your meditations, you can do some visualizations and see what it is you're supposed to be seeing to go forward. Okay. I don't have a lot of room on this little table, so have to excuse me here, but I'm trying to fit everything on this little table here. Okay, so it's also saying there's nothing that is easy does it. So there's nothing that has to be done immediately. Be gentle with yourself, okay? Don't force anything to happen. And with these energies coming in, there may be like you just want change so badly. But the truth is, focus that energy just gently with yourself as you're integrating, gently as the ideas are coming, and do have focused intention, but be gentle about it. We can't control what's happening. We're allowing this flow to take place. We're allowing ourselves to be in synchronicity with our divine partnership and this divine relationship right now. So that's where we are right there. Those are the 4 things that are really important as the general overall of this reading. Okay. So now I'm going to pull some cards for the divine masculine and see how the messages we have, the divine masculine, what they are dealing with right now. What is the divine masculine dealing with at this moment? Okay. What is the collective divine masculine dealing with after these eclipse energies have come in and what they are integrating? What are they dealing with this week? All right. Okay, so makes sense. Perfect. They are in reflection. Learning to be more grateful. Okay. And then they're recognizing. So at this time right now, the divine masculine, they have had to go through these energies, and now they're doing their own self-reflection and looking at what it was that keeps them from the true unconditional love that's coming in. What has kept them from that in the past? So they're looking at all the things in their life that have restricted the relationship. How were they in relationships? What was their part? They're really taking a look at, some of the things that they did that caused the separation. If you're in separation, or if you're not in separation, the masculines are looking at themselves deeper at this point, and they're starting to recognize who they are. With the self-reflection, they are looking at why they have chosen to be the way they've been in relationships. They are looking at culture, their background, their relationships with their parents. This self-reflection is going so deep for them, and they have to understand why their life has gone the way it has, in the sense that they have felt this lack of self-love, and that they feel like their lives haven't worked out in the direction that they've tried to control them into being. And with this self reflection, they are beginning to let go of some of those things, those beliefs. As they look at them, they're transmuting them and letting them go. Okay. And now they are recognizing, their part in it. And they are recognizing the unconditional love that they have received from their divine feminine. They were not willing to accept it because they didn't understand it. And now they have gone through, they're probably released from their karmics and their old ways of being. And so they're beginning to recognize that the unconditional love was, she loved you, he or she, however you want to look at this divine feminine. You were loved in an unconditional way and you rejected it. So they have to look at that, and they're facing a lot of internal anguish because of it. Okay. Let's see, what more messages do we have about this unconditional love? Divine and Spirit, give me any messages that you have on this unconditional love that the masculine is recognizing right now. Give us any messages we have in this unconditional love that the masculine now recognizes. Okay. I'll take 3 cards. All right. So with this unconditional love, they also recognize they need to make some changes. Okay. So they may be moving towards you at this time, and they may have an offer or proposal. Some, it may be marriage proposal. They may have made the decision and they're like, what was I thinking? This is the only thing I've ever really wanted, and now I'm ready. But a lot of you, it's going to be, they're going to come in with some offers. They're moving towards you now, and change is coming for them. As they looked at their self and they understand, they're getting more and more downloads that are telling them what it is that the mission is for the divine masculine and the divine feminine, what their work was, why they came together in the first place. When they came together, they're remembering the excitement, the things that they did together in creation. They could have been working on things, ideas back then, and they knew they had this deeper connection because they had this knowing that they both shared, and they had this direction they both saw, and they hadn't worked towards it because they hadn't let go of their karma. So now's the time where they're letting go of their own personal karmics and relationships and the way they believed the world to be. And those things were the blocks that kept them from moving forward into the twin soul connection and the mission. But that change is coming. They are moving towards it with an offer. Okay. All right. Spirit, give us some more information on how the divine masculine is focusing his intention at this time. What is the direction of the divine masculine's intention? Where is he heading this week? Okay, so first off, the divine masculine does know the target now. He does have a target, and he wants to get focused on his target of reuniting with the divine feminine. He knows that that's where his work is, and that's where he's going to make his mark in the world. He's So his focus intention is on, how do I heal this? How do I make it better? How do I get to a place where we can get back on track and do the work that we are to do? Because he's understanding it once again, and he's really focusing his intention towards it, because he knows that's what's going to, uh, you know, make him happy. Okay. But he has to look at the abandonment. He created a lot of abandonment in the relationship for you. Okay. With this focus intention, he is now looking at achievement. And two, he has abandoned the past of not accepting his purpose. And so now he shifted completely into working towards his achievement. Okay. And the ending. So he is still facing the end of some of his past. So he's still working through that, at the same time focusing on you, but he is healing and clearing out some of the past energies that he's letting go of with his karma. His karma and his karmic, because his karma was his behaviors and his addictions and the things that he needed to change in order to come together in this unconditional love and work with the joint purpose of moving forward. So he is going through some of that this week, focusing in his intention on letting go of the endings and gaining some achievement here. Okay. But he is feeling a little bit of loss, because he feels letting go of the old is never easy. So he's having to let go of that past. So he does have some abandonment energies that are coming up for him. And then he's getting himself on the real focus. Okay. So let's see, for the divine masculine, what it's saying easy does it for this week. So he doesn't want to be too harsh on himself. He wants to integrate with ease. However, still focusing in the direction that he wants to go now, getting balanced with this, because he has recognized the path now. May not fully understand it, but he has gained recognition of where he needs to be if his life is going to go in the direction of his destiny and soul's purpose. Okay, so on the easy does it, it says he's got to learn some trust. He's got to bring trust back to the divine feminine, because at this point, the divine feminine is she's not sure if she can trust him after the betrayals in the past and the coldness and the cruelty that happened during this separation, and the divine feminine kept the space and kept the hope for the divine masculine, but the divine masculine kept her at a distance and cold, because he had, he's still dealing with a karmic, and he hadn't made the clear choice and didn't know. So the trust has been broken. And so the divine masculine is taking it easy, but because he knows he can't rush in so quickly, because trust has to be re-earned. He's got to earn it now. Okay. And with it, though, he is finding himself a little lonely and bored, because he's in the void right now. So he is trying to recreate, but he's still in that void place. Okay. All right. But he is moving towards the partnership. Okay. This comes after, he figures out how he's going to gain the trust. And as he's going through the void, then will come the partnership of the twin souls. The length of time that this is going to take, I'm just going to get my messages here. Okay. The length of time will take the masculine. Okay. He is getting ready to move forward, but his energy is still fragile. He hasn't been able to balance his energies yet. So he is going to be coming in after he feels that he's got this confidence and balance, so that he can talk to you, and so that the understanding can come in. And he's just gaining more understanding also about himself. So as soon as he gains that clarity, he's going to be moving to make a move towards the feminine. Everything that has been happening around the divine masculine is going to be given back to his karmic. So there's a lot of energy with the karmic. The karmic was really out to manipulate, take him into the old patterns where he got taken advantage of, everything taken from him. And it looks like that energy is now being released back to the karmic, because in the past she had really left him abandoned and in a bad place. And now that energy is going back to her at this time. And so she's going to be going through a lot of struggles with this energy. Okay. For the divine to move forward, he is going to need to be able to forgive himself. Okay, so at the same time, as he realized that the divine feminine betrayed him in the past, the way that he has betrayed the divine, or the karmic, defied him in the past. And so he realizes that he also had betrayed the divine feminine. So that same energy that he is getting balanced with her, he has recreated for the divine feminine. And he doesn't understand exactly how that's going to work, because karma is there, He understands he created this karma. And so he wants to figure a way so that he can heal this. And so the karmic's not there. He wants to fix his betrayal, and he wants to give her back what was hers and what was deserved for her, because he had taken it and harmed her. And he doesn't want to keep this karmic battle going, which is what, has happened in all the karmic relationships in the past. So the only way he can do this without creating for himself again is through forgiveness of self, and then the forgiveness of the situation, and also, forgiveness with the divine feminine. And that energy is coming in to be forgiven on both sides. So that's what the divine feminine needs to keep in mind too. Okay, so now let's look at the energies that are happening with the divine feminine. Where is she at in all of this? Okay. Let's see if we can't. All right, so post-eclipse energy for the divine feminine. Where are we with that? Post-eclipse energy for divine feminine. Post-eclipse energy for the divine feminine. All right. Okay, so we have the guardian here. It says the divine feminine is good. She is being protected, because the energies, the karmic can feel what's happening, and she knows that he is feeling more about the divine feminine and that's why he actually ultimately left. He may not be with the divine feminine, but she knows his heart is with the divine feminine. And so you just need to know you are spiritually protected. Always ask your angels and guides, and use your prayers and all of that, so that you can bring in this spiritual protection. It's there, just to make sure, because she has some energy over there that she is either consciously or unconsciously sending, but she is not happy because she knows ultimately he is choosing you, the divine feminine, because he does love you and he knows that he has a spiritual path with you. So she is not really happy about that. And then the next card we have is Leap of Faith. Okay, so when this energy does come in, we're being told that as a divine feminine, you know, we have to trust our true desire, you know. So we may be asked to take the risk and put our heart into this. If it comes back together, we have to take that leap of faith. Now, this leap of faith, we'll check with the cards. We'll get some more clarification on this. It can also mean that the divine feminine, it's time to jump into her passion and do the work that she came here to do, her individual path too, and to get more focused on, you know, taking those leaps of faith and jump full in. Okay. All right. So then the next card is cycles and rhythms. Okay. So it's saying, listen to the cycles of your body, your energy levels and emotions. So don't be, you know, jumping into anything, calling in because you think he's done with the karmic, or rushing in to text him because you want to get him back thinking about you. This has to come from him. This choice, because he's the one, the divine masculine, he's the one that has to understand his undying love, okay, for the divine feminine. She understood it. That's why it's been so hard for the divine feminine, but she had to understand it so she could hold the space for the masculine. However painful it has been, she's had to hold the space, but she's had to wait until the divine masculine figures out what his path and his destiny is. And he has to know, he has to have that undying love within himself and know, oh, this is what love is. This is what it means to feel so connected to somebody when you're so distant and so far apart. This is what real love is. This is a person that I connect to at so many different levels, that our soul's path and our journey has this deep connection, and I know we're supposed to move forward with it. And that's more important than anything else. But he has to make that decision, you know, it's his soul's purpose. And most of the divine feminine have made that commitment to their soul's purpose. The divine masculine, you know, that's where they are right now. They're making that commitment, but that's part of the journey. So the women, you know, the feminine, you know, I guess it can be either, but they have to wait until the other person knows, you know. And so listen to your body, and listen to how you feel in your emotions, and try and take a lot of self-care, because self-love right now is very important for both parties, is really learning to honor yourself and feel what it is you need to do to better assist yourself, to heal yourself at this time, you know, and to get yourself ready for this journey, because this journey is going to be amazing. So when they're reunited in the work that they do together to bring love to this planet, and the creations of either children or projects or whatever it is that they're going to do together, is very important. So it's time for that self-care too. And then any purification that is needed in the journey, like get rid of the old, you know, let go of all those deep beliefs that harm you. If it's a karmic of your own, a karmic pattern, such as a belief system that you got from your mother or father, it's time to go in and track those and understand that about yourself until you get to the point where you are releasing it, until you understand it and you're ready to detoxify it and let it go. It's also not a bad idea right now for the divine feminine to detoxify her body. Start cleaning out, letting go, because with these changes that came in, all these energies came in to release, it's a good time to also add the detoxification of our bodies and our minds. So those are some good pointers for that. Okay, and let's see where the divine feminine is going to be this week on this journey. Okay. Messages for the divine feminine this week on a twin flame journey. Messages for the Divine Feminine on this twin flame journey. Okay. Okay, so the Divine Feminine may have been going through some loss in the past in her money. She's not bringing in the money. She's not had a lot of balance there. Maybe it's up and down, roller coaster ride for the financial situation, but order is coming back to that. She's going to get things, she needs to get things straight in this area. She needs to get on track with that financially and in her life. Just get things in order, let go of the focus on the divine masculine, because this part of her journey is important too. She has to be ready when this reconnection comes on her path. She has to be full on, confident, ready, detox, clear, and moving forward. Okay, and that's where she is this week. One place. All right, let's see what this leap of faith is about for the Divine Feminine. Okay, so this. Let's see where we are. All right, so in this leap of faith, she's got to be balanced. And here comes the luck. So when the Justice card, when the Justice comes and he does come back, she's feeling the energy of it now. Then her love starts coming back, because she knows that we're returning to this balance and order, because the truths are coming out. She's getting the understanding. He's getting the understanding. They're coming together in a more balanced situation, and in comes the financial rewards, the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. All right, we'll take another card on this anxiety here. Okay, so that it's going to come up, the anxiety she's had and the abandonment issues are they've been affecting her pentacles. Okay, so these things, when they come up, they need to be cleared out. She needs to get rid of her abandonment issue and the anxiety and the anger and frustration that she feels towards her divine masculine. She's waited a long time without an apology, without healing this issue. And so she's still hanging on to some of this. Before her luck comes, she's got to let go of this. She's got to really, and this process of the eclipse was bringing that in. So, if you haven't done the work on this abandonment and the anxiety and letting go of the frustration and the anger and all that, it's time to go and do some clearing on these issues and do some forgiveness, because the justice is right there, but it can't come in until this abandonment and anxiety is released in the situation. Okay. All right. Let's see about messages for the Divine Feminine on her cycles and rhythms this week. Give me any messages on the Divine Feminine on her cycles and rhythms this week. Okay. Let's see. All right. Okay, so there's a lot of energy coming in before the manifestation. Okay, so we got the Nine of Wands. We've got the Divine Feminine she's still very defensive. And she may have some options out there, and she's not sure, right now, if the Divine Masculine is the right option because of all the pain that's been caused. She's got to the point where letting go of him, and she doesn't necessarily know that he is the choice she wants to make at this point because of the damage that's been done. And there might be some drama around that. Okay. So remember, however, though, you also have the manifestation. So some of this, you can clean it out, or you have choices, and you can manifest a new beginning somewhere else if you choose not to. If you choose to walk away, because there has been so much pain. Okay. She is very defensive, and it goes back to, maybe this is, it's going into the next card of the purification. So manifestation is coming, but first she's got to do some cleaning out. She's got, her intent. If he came back right now, she would probably be pretty angry and defensive. If he gave her a call, she may just, get just like, well, about time, but I'm tired of this. You didn't care about me. She may come up with some real negatives, and she doesn't want to manifest that because that card's coming in. So what she wants to do is try and clear it, which goes into the next card of purification. So let's get messages on the purification that the Divine Feminine needs to go through this week to start preparing herself for the call or the text that may come in. So we want to not be in that, it's such a roller coaster ride. You don't want to be in that negative place when you could purify it and move this situation along quicker. Okay. So what do we got here? So here we go again. Two of Swords. So with this purification, the Divine Feminine is at a crossroads. What does she want now? What does she really want? Okay, well, she wants security. And she's doing some self-reflection too. She's like, as she's purifying, she needs to be looking at herself and saying, what is it in me that I'm not happy with? I'm not loving myself enough. I don't work hard enough on my passion. I don't put myself out there as much as I should. I'm not getting the goals accomplished, or whatever her lack is that she needs to purify. Okay. Because she is looking at herself and knowing that she's got to make some changes also to prepare for this union. Okay. Let's get a final outcome on these cards for this week. Spirit and Divine, give us a final outcome for this week with the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine energies. Spirit. Okay, thank you. Okay, so what do we got? All right, so we do have changes coming. Okay, change and the creativity are coming in for the Divine, both of you, and transformation. Okay, so this is really the week of transformation, to integrate and let go of the past, and the death of temptation and going on the wrong path is come. Now we are going to be more focused with this focusing that we are needing to do. The Divine Masculine is starting to get focused, maybe moving away from his temptation. And it is the death of the old. Okay. Creative things are coming in. The change is here for this week. Okay. And destiny. Okay. So we're moving towards, the twin souls are moving towards their destiny. The big changes this week, the eclipse brought those in, and it is now time for both Divine and Masculine and Divine Feminine to start transforming themselves, getting rid of the unloved parts of themselves and loving themselves enough to change those parts that they need to let go of, and also change within themselves, because destiny, is coming, and we want to be prepared for that when we're ready to move into our soul's purpose, which 2020 is a big year that the twin souls will be bringing in their light and working with their purpose. So it's time to really do the work of transforming our individual selves so that we can bring this destiny and the union together. Okay, well, thank you everybody for watching, and hopefully this was helpful. I'm going to try and do more videos like this, so enjoy, and hopefully you can catch my next video.